Hey guys, I wanted to come back in today and do just the end of this. I want to write on in here under your outstretched wings, and I got to thinking that so many times I hear I don't want to write in my Bible, that kind of jazz. So my thought was this: is why don't we start with a very simple lettering technique. I want you to think about, can you see here on the side of my paper? I want you to think about different ways that we write. So we can write where we lay it down and we're literally like laying down our words. Or we can write straight up and down, like literally, like keep your hand like taut and just kind of come up and down, straight up and down. And this is the one that I thought we would do today. So usually I just go ahead and just get it in there in pen. Well, how am I going to do it? Well, I'll just do it in pen so that you guys can see it better. So I want to write under your outstretched wings. And I'm thinking under your, outstretched is a big old word, outstretched wing. Let's see, under your outstretched wings. How's that? That sounds good, right? Under your outstretched wings. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to write it once. So I'm just writing it once, and I'm going to keep it straight up and down and give room for everything to breathe. Under your outstretched. And what I mean when I say give it room to breathe, you're going to go back in and put something else on there. So let's just do an S like that. Outstretched wings. That's usually bigger than I would ever write it. But so when you're writing, you have a downstroke and you have an upstroke. So here, if I'm going to say lay down again, if I come, this is obviously an upstroke. This is a downstroke. Upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke. So here what we're going to do is we're just going to go back in and put a line next to each downstroke. Line next to each downstroke. Now let's say that you smushed everything up, and if you're using a fine or like a micron 0.2 or a 0.5, you'd be able to do this easier. This is a big ballpoint pen that this is a 1.6 Cristal, so it's hard for me to come back in and do that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to thicken up each one of my downstrokes. So this is an upstroke, this is a downstroke. Upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So downstroke, 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 downstroke. Also, to keep it neat, don't scribble scrabble. Try to stay with very neat lines going up and down so that your tops and your bottoms are not getting real sloppy. So just one downstroke down. Upstroke, there's a little downstroke right there, and then there's a bigger downstroke right there. And the cutest thing in the world is when you put little cutesy little whirly wiggies on it. So under downstroke, downstroke, down, down, down. And this is a way where you can just enhance your own writing. You don't have to learn calligraphy, you don't have to do anything, but just enhance what you've already written. Down, down. Now, I don't usually write this big. Usually my words are a lot littler, but I want you guys to see what I'm doing. So downstroke, and then we're going to have another downstroke right there. How can we make these two? I'm going to come back to that because I've got two there that I can kind of have fun with. Downstroke, and then it kind of starts coming up again. Yeah, see here, I can kind of make it go. Downstroke. That looks almost like it's tucked in behind that feather. So I love that. Down. I guess that would actually be an upstroke, depending on how you wrote it. And that's it. Lettering is that easy. So hey, how about if everybody kind of tries it this week and see what we can come up with lettering? Wouldn't that be fun if we sort of encouraged each other along with lettering? Because I know that that is such a thing. Let's see, how could I do this? I know it's such a thing for people to not want to put their, you know, they're so worried they're going to mess up their picture by putting their own words in it. So come on, let's try it. One extra line. You're going to write, try straight up and down, and then just putting on my little doodads here. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next even. So now, like, I just did all these circles, right? So, and I just did my words. So that these pens are very juicy. So what I'm going to do is come in with a gray, and here I'm just going to pop in just a little bit of shadow under those. My shadow on my feathers here, so all the shadows on my little spheres here are going to be kind of on that same side. I see how that just sort of cements it back down. Here, I'll get some on these guys too. And then here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put in just a little shadow on one side of this as well, because that will also sort of exactly where my downstroke is, that's where I'm laying in my shadow. And that will, oop, I didn't cross this T, so let's come up here. Same place that I put my downstroke, I'm putting the shadow in. And then this little doohickey here, we'll lay a shadow in there. Try not to move my book so you guys can see. And there you have it, under your outstretched wings. Enjoy, guys. I want to see what you do. Upload your pictures onto the Facebook page. Love you guys. Have a great week. Oh, and my gosh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.